All right, Shalom Akim. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahai Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, out there laboring and keeping watch for the prophecies and enduring in the faith. This is Brother Rod Kagama coming at you with another lesson. And this is, concerning the coronavirus, which is, a pestilence that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is using to, bring mass destruction throughout the four corners of the earth, And we're in a time where, many shall be taken in great number, because we're getting closer to the end. And this is the time where the Lord is setting the chess pieces, to collapse Esau's rulership and for the kingdom of heaven to be established. So it's going to be a lot of death, destruction, and chaos. And one of the ways that the Lord is doing that is through pestilence. All right. So it says here on CNBC, coronavirus live updates. New York declares emergency quarantine. New York declares a state of emergency, and a quarantine hotel collapses in China. All right. It's been a lot of, articles and news clips going on about this coronavirus because, it's picking up steam as the virus catches on, all throughout the earth. And, this is just one of the latest things that they put out lately, concerning the coronavirus. And, it's a plague like the Most High said that he was going to do was strike Babylon or this modern day Egypt with plagues as before, So this is all a part of, prophecy. Since, we're in the year 2020, declared as the year of prophecy. It says, this is CNBC's 24-hour live blog covering all the latest news on the coronavirus outbreak. At times below are in U.S. Eastern Time. This will be updated throughout the day as the news breaks. And you see, people, they got their mask on because they think that that's going to protect them, from the plagues of the Lord. However, those that call upon the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, they're going to be, protected. They're going to have that hedge of protection over them, That's not going to be a part of these plagues that the Most High is bringing, because we fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and the Most High keeps watch over his saints. Okay. It says total cases worldwide, more than 102,000, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. Total deaths worldwide, at least 3,491, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. Total U.S. cases, so far 395, according to data compiled by NBC News. Total U.S. deaths, 19, according to data compiled by NBC News. All right. So far, they already got cases where over in California, they also declared a state of emergency as well. So this can be, a thing that the government will use, for, basically to quarantine those who end up having the coronavirus to contain, its spread. This is says 3:22 p.m. FDA says 2.1 million tests will ship to labs by Monday. The head of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration said that materials for 2.1 million coronavirus tests will be shipped to non-public U.S. labs by Monday, as the Trump administration aims to counter criticism that its response to the disease has been sluggish. Stephen Hahn, the FDA commissioner, told reporters that at the White House that manufacturers have told the agency they believe that by the end of next week, they could scale up to a capacity of 4 million additional tests. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring out a few precepts. This is 2nd Ezra 15:1 says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." Who's the Most High's people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. Y'all make up the house of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, the true Israelites of the Holy Bible, okay? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, okay? Being that we're in the year of prophecy, everything that the Most High called into being, is taking place. That's why his word is known to be faithful and true, because everything that he says, comes to pass. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." All right, so we have the faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai not to fear the imaginations or the maliciousness of these people that are against us, whether it be 2/3 of our own people or Esau, any other nations that want to come and stop this word from going out, okay? Because they're not going to disrupt the prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay? It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right? So 2/3 that want to continue on in their trespasses and not return to the law, statutes, and commandments, not return to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, through his son Yahweh Shai, they're going to die in their unfaithfulness. And this is one of the ways that the Most High is bringing destruction in the earth. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right. And as this coronavirus is, claiming lives, that's part of that destruction that the Most High is bringing throughout the four corners of the earth. "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." All right. So with Esau being in rulership, and has changed everything contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Therefore, the Most High is bringing judgment. "Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither I will suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually." Right. So, the souls of Jacob, you Israelites, those who have basically, suffered on this side, being in the spirit world, and us also the men of the Lord, we sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. We're tired of being in a world that's, filled with abominations and wickedness that go contrary to the Most High's ways. All right. So we sigh and cry before him. All right. It says, "And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. All right. And plus Esau is known for, putting to death or sentencing to death the innocent of our people. We had a case recently where it was a Jake that was that received the death sentence, for a crime that he didn't commit, which somebody else confessed to. Which shows that there's no justice in this society for Israel. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." All right, so just like ancient Egypt, the Most High sent plagues and destruction. When we're around the time, this being March 7th, 2020, or right at the time of the Passover, and the Most High is sending these plagues of destruction in the earth. All right. And America is that modern day Egypt. Okay. Because this was the land of our captivity, to the children of Israel's captivity and bondage. All right. It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and a fearful constellation." Okay. So, right now, this is just, the beginning of, the great mourning that's going to take place because of the sweeping destruction that the Most High is bringing. It says 3:09 p.m. total confirmed cases in U.S. reach 395 with 19 deaths. Here are the latest confirmed coronavirus case numbers in the U.S. according to NBC News. So, yeah, it's given all the different cases throughout the states where, people have tested positive for, the coronavirus. It says there have been 16 virus-related deaths in Washington State, 2 in Florida, and 1 in California. All right. And that's why they're already, taking measures to declare a state of emergency to, have people quarantined, to cut off the spread of this virus. It says 2:29 p.m. Egypt says cruise ship quarantined over new virus cluster. A cruise ship in Egypt's Nile River with over 150 tourists and local crew was in quarantine Saturday in the southern city of Luxor as 45 people on board tested positive for the new coronavirus, authorities said. A Taiwanese American tourist who had previously been on the same ship tested positive when she returned to Taiwan. The World Health Organization informed Egyptian authorities, who then tested everyone on the ship. Okay. And really, you can just type this in on Google. It's tons of articles, bringing this out, which is, part of us standing on our watch is, keeping track of, the things that's going on in the earth and filtering it through the scriptures, And since we're around that time where the Most High is bringing great destruction, a lot of people that, that even friends and family is going to be, destroyed in this time. This is 2 Ezra 15:5. It says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Okay, so the point being is that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. All right, that means there's going to be so many dead bodies, lying upon the earth as dung. Okay, because pursuant to prophecy, when Yahushua returns, the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. So with that, I got one more precept. I'm going to close this thing out. This is Psalms 91. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, all right, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. All right, because this virus, is spreading in darkness according to the will of the Most High to whoever that he wants to basically, bring to the spirit world, fulfilling the prophecy of the multitude of people, being taken in a great number. That word pestilence in the Hebrew is debar, and it says pestilence, plague, murrain, cattle disease, cattle plague, and part of what they put out concerning this coronavirus was, those, so-called Chinese, the Moabites, eating bats and whatnot, or what have you. But we also know that, these devils, biologically construct these different viruses and diseases, because the elites, want to do mass depopulation for their New World Order agenda. All right. But us, of the hopeful elect, we don't have to worry about these things because the Most High's hedge of protection, covers us. Before I read up above, I want to bring this precept out in Proverbs. This is Proverbs 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord, the name of Yahweh, Yahushai, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and his Son Yahushai, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay? So we rehearsing the righteous acts and we calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by fearing him and keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. We ain't got to worry about these things. But the wicked, have these things to worry about. All right. And I'm gonna have to pull that precept up one more time before I close out. All right. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. All right. Under the secret place, meaning that, those that trust in the Most High is going to be hidden from, the plagues and the destruction. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. All right. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. All right. Not face masks, not doomsday prepping, not any carnal means of trying to, preserve your life, but our life, is hid and guided through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, So to those that put their trust and their faith in him, he is our shield and our and buckler, It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand." All right. Going back to the prophecy that, the slain of the Lord is going to be many, since we're coming for hey, that's the spirit right there. Confirmed coronavirus disinfectant brands. All right. So, I thought, Most High is, having it to where, his men ain't gonna fall, to the pestilence and the destruction. But for the majority of the population of the world, that's not gonna be preserved. You're gonna see thousands of people, dying all around. That's the time that we're entering into. It says, "But it shall not come nigh thee," to those of the hopeful elect. These plagues ain't going to come near us. "Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked." All right. And that's, due to the fact that the majority of the earth and majority of 2/3 of our people, won't heed and return unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Let me see. Nope. This ain't the one. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and yeah, I'm gonna start at all right. I'm gonna start at verse verse 8. "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." All right. And we know that the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24, is Esau, which goes back to you Edomites, you so-called white people. And even the elites know that they're Edomites because, who sits in the seat of the elites is the Rothschild family. And that word Rothschild goes back to Red Shield, okay? It says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness and them that perish." Okay? So the multitude that follow after Esau, who is the beast and his image, they're going to basically perish because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. "And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. But we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. All right, so this is the reward for, the destruction of the wicked and those that hold the faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to hopefully be a part of that salvation, to be delivered, from these different plagues that the Most High is bringing on the earth. Okay? So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. And I hope you Akim out there was edified. And with that, I say shalom.